this is Will at Chill House Studios here today with Will Nelson, a really good friend of mine, member of the studio family, amazing guitar player, all around amazing musician. And we're going to do a couple things today. First off, we're going to check out his loop setup. He does a lot of gigs where he uses a looper pedal and he builds mini orchestras almost of guitar music and with bass lines and drums, and it's really amazing stuff. And just going to talk to him a little bit about how he does that and what he's using. And so what are you playing today?
So I'm playing a Guild Starfire.
Yeah.
And, I got this last summer. I usually play Strats all my life, but I wanted to, actually I was telling you I wanted to get a different sound, something with a little bit more character, and I've been falling in love with this guitar since last summer, so it's been great.
That's
It's
cool.
been the only thing I've been playing lately, so it's great.
And those are humbuckers, right?
Yeah, they're humbuckers. Yeah, 2 tone knobs, 2 volume, total control
Master
volume. Yeah, master volume here, and then yeah, it's very versatile. But it's like this guitar has like a sound, and yeah, I've been falling in love with it.
That's cool. That's awesome. Those are great guitars. Guild has been making Starfires since at least the 60s, I think.
Yeah, and especially like with my setup, a lot of time I'm not playing through an amp, so playing through a lot of digital pedal boards and things like that. This guitar can give you character on top of, you know, that you can't get out of, you know, since you don't have an amp present, you know, you can play this and it just gives me a lot of character, so I love that.
Right. So if you're in situations where you don't take an amp, or you're just going straight into a PA out of your board?
Yeah, I'm going into a PA so I have a HX Stomp pedal, and then I use some other distortions out of it because I haven't figured out all the distortions in there, so I use what I got and use it as an amp sim and other effects pedals, so like choruses, octave, and all that stuff I'm doing like in delays in the HX Stomp, and then I'm going straight into like a mixer or straight into the PA, because a lot of places now in Boston, like in places I play, they don't want you bringing amps anymore. Because they if you're playing with an engineer, they want to be able to control the sound. So a lot of guys are just walking in with their pedal board and, you know, plugging straight in. And now amp sims are so good now, you can get a pretty good tone. I'm still an amp guy, but yeah, but yeah.
So how do you monitor yourself?
So I use at my gigs I play out of a Bose L1. It's like the line array systems, and I literally just plug into that, and I'm sitting in front of
Those are the tall, skinny ones?
Yes, they're tall. Yeah, so it has like a sub on the bottom.
Yeah.
And the
tower
the line
kind of
array.
thing.
Yeah, it's tower. You know, plugged straight into that, and then so I have like some sub presence, and then I have my highs coming out.
Sure. Because the engineers, they don't want you to be too loud, probably.
Yeah, they don't want you to be too loud, and yeah, all that type of stuff. So
right.
Amps are
so
going.
Interesting. It's the world's always changing. All this stuff's always changing, and I get it. I get the simplicity, or not simplicity, but I get the convenience of rolling in with just, you know, not an amp.
Yeah.
But then, you know, the one good thing about having an amp is your monitoring is always there for you.
Yeah.
You know?
But yeah, like, and for instance, at weddings, like, I've been getting lazy where I don't bring an amp, so I'll just bring my monitor in one hand, and that's.
I mean, it doesn't really matter whatever makes it.
Yeah.
You know, whatever makes. I mean, the gear is always secondary to the artist.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
You know, you can make anything sound great. It's interesting to me because I haven't been in the live world in a while. I've been in the studio world, so we always run amps and stuff, or usually just because we can.
Yeah. Right.
So Will's going to build us a loop using his Boss loop station and his effects pedal board, 2 separate boards. If you want to explain any of what you got going on, it's...
Yeah, cool. So on my left side, I have the HX Stomp XL Line 6. And into that, I have some other things going. I have like Strymon Big Sky and a Riot like distortion and another Strymon distortion that I like to have. I like those pedals individually, so I get to combine them with everything that I have set up in the HX Stomp. So in here I have like an octave, which symbolizes as my bass when I'm at gigs, and then I have other things like delay, reverb, chorus, and flanger, and wahs, and all types of stuff to just add layers. And then if I want more ambient sounds, then I go to my Big Sky and I add my distortion. I have other things like bell sounds and all types of stuff in here. And usually at my gigs, I have a percussion setup with my sounds coming out my MIDI board and laptop that's like holding down the drums. So I got like drums, bass, keys, sounds, and guitar, and then all of that is being recorded into the RC 600, which I have the ability to record 6 different individual tracks. So that's how I kind of build stuff.
Cool.
From a basic standpoint.
That's amazing. And having heard and been fortunate to mix some of the stuff, it's really incredible what you can create. You know, it really is.
Man.
So do you want to give us a little creation of your own right now?
Sure. All right. Like the basic idea of stuff.
That's really amazing, beautiful. I love it. Really cool. So now that you've made that, can you push a button and that'll all just play?
Yeah. I just deleted the other part, but I could just do that real fast. But I have the rhythm part locked in.
Let's hear what you have. So that's one track?
Yeah. So I'll just add that line I did. So I'll just add that much in here. So that's in there. So we can stop and.
So you've got one track is the percussive sound, and then the next track are all those chords and stuff you just played?
Yeah. I can separate them. I can take them out. I could do like whatever.
So you have 2 tracks right now.
I have 2 tracks right now.
And then you were playing like the envelope filter, like solo-y stuff over the top.
Yeah.
Cool. It's always something I've wanted to do, to sort of take a peek behind the curtain of how it all, because I just hear the finished product, how it all gets created. Will has a podcast called Clippers and Convos that is amazing. Really cool. He also is a barber. He has so many talents, but he does a podcast where he's cutting hair and interviewing at the same time, which is super cool. He's done Eric Gales. He just did Aaron Shreve. And I will put a link in the description below. You should definitely go check out his podcast, and definitely go check him out live, because he plays a bunch. He's playing tonight at the W Hotel in Boston. Plays every Wednesday night, pretty much every weekend he's somewhere. What are the name of your different bands?
So I'm playing at the W every Wednesday night. And then the West End Copley Hotel at Barton Restaurant every Friday night. So Wednesdays from 7 to 10, Barton on Fridays from 8 to 11. And then outside of that, like, I play with my band, Will in the Way. Sometimes we play at Grace by Nia like once a month at least. And then, various different other things. So
Will in the Way.
Yeah.
So we'll put a link to that. We'll put a link to the Clippers and Combos. And, I'm just fortunate to get to do so much cool stuff with Will. He's always in the picture around the studio doing things. He's a great engineer, writer, pretty much you name it. And a player, performer. So thanks again, man, for stopping by.
But one second, I want to say to you guys, I don't know how much Will talked about himself, but Will has been a great friend to me when I graduated. Actually, before graduating at Berkeley, I came to Will's studio. We were recording that album. I was playing guitar. Then I was just asking him a bunch of questions, and he was gracious to answer them. And then it turns out we got the same name, birthday.
It's crazy.
And it's crazy, but he's let me, work at the studio after working at Berkeley, going to Berkeley and then just shadowing him for years. So Will's a great guy, and I'm honored to be, out of all the people who could have chose to be here, I'm happy to be here and share some.
Oh man, well thank you. Well, it's the feeling's definitely mutual. It's just been such a cool journey to get to know you, but also your music and your talent, and whatever I can share is just a small drop in the bucket.
Absolutely.
All right, cool. Till next time, guys. Thank you.
Next time. Peace.